Alrighty, hello everybody. I wanted to do a quick video overview of this bag right here. This is Remote Equipment's Bravo 18. Remote Equipment labels this as a multi-hauler, which means essentially that they made a bag that can be used in multiple ways. The very first way is just with short straps right here in what they call like a briefcase style. You can extend these straps, and once you extend both, you can use it as a tote bag, which is pretty nice. Another option you have is to use these two included backpack straps. They can be completely removed via Velcro if you just want to carry it as a tote or a briefcase. Or another way yet is you can remove one strap, pull one across, and then suddenly you have a sling style. Now, when I first heard of the original premise and idea of this bag, I was really impressed. But then when I saw the price point, I wasn't sold. Mostly because this bag kind of just feels like an empty tube on the inside. But when I saw that this bag was being released in a fabric that I hadn't really heard of before, I quickly went for it. So Remote Equipment has this prototype program where they experiment with different sorts of fabrics that they may not use at a mainstream level just because of expense or difficulty of acquiring or working with those fabrics. So this bag is made out of UDX-40, which is supposed to be extremely abrasion resistant, insanely water resistant, and also kind of hard to work with because it can just really dole out different sorts of cutters while you're making the bag, all right? And 2020 has been a weird year. It's made me kind of a material snob just because I've been stuck at home, and instead of using my gear, I've been mostly reading about it. So I'm suddenly looking for, oh yeah, what's the best thing? Oh yeah, can I take that down a canyon? Can I just scrape it against the wall? But really, all I really do is take things to the car and maybe put them on the floor. But nevertheless, it's been a really fun bag to use. I used it over the weekend, which December for me as a musician has been a pretty busy month, all right? So let me show you how I carried this bag over the weekend, what I had in it, and then I'll give you my thoughts. So the very first thing is that this zip right here opens you up to the main cavity of the bag. And the way I have this organized is so I can access everything pretty independently without kind of messing up the whole scheme of things and without always having to depend on the top access. So the very first thing, it's important to stay hydrated. So I have this Purist water bottle. It's a 32-ounce bottle, which is a decent size. I drink tons of water. I sweat a lot, so I guess I just, need to hydrate. Anyway, that was probably TMI, but this bottle's kind of cool. They say it's lined on the inside with a very thin layer of glass so it doesn't transfer flavors. I only drink water out of it, so I haven't really been able to reap those benefits, so it kind of just is a water bottle for me. One thing I'm a little annoyed with is I get a little bit of a leak, so I probably need to reach out to them and see if they'll, take care of me. I'm sure they will. The other thing, because it's 2020, you do need to have some hand sanitizer. Now, another thing that I carry is this pencil dot by D-Made bags. I love this thing, all right? So it's made out of X51 X-Pack. It's made out of the pumpkin color. And then on the inside, and I don't know if you'll be able to get this with the lighting I've got going on, it's made out of this VX21 port fabric. So this whole wine and orange color. I got it around fall time, because I live in Florida. We don't really have any seasons, so I needed something to make me feel like the year was going through. And what do I carry in here? Well, mints are important because you're wearing a mask all the time. You don't want to smell that garlic you just ate. I carry some hand cream because the hand sanitizer just is always drying my hands out. I carry this Doc Spartan Combat Ready ointment. This is good because I'm super clumsy and I trip and fall all the time. I should probably work on that, but that helps. In case I eat some bland food, I tend to carry hot sauce. Did I forget it? No, okay. So I carry a little bit of Tabasco, and then I also have some poopery just in case the the hot sauce does its thing. So anyway, the other thing I'm really excited about with this bag is that it was able to accommodate something a little bit larger. So I have a friend who is starting to make her own different types of everyday carry gear. And her company is called Thermal Lift, and this is a beta of her burrito. So let me show you how this works. It's pretty cool. You have this nice Fidlock V-buckle and a morale patch. I'm repping Perfect Pack right now. And when I open up, I'm able to carry a hard drive, some cables, a moleskin, just because I have a horrible memory. I'm telling you all of my faults today. And then in this section right here, what I carry, because I play mainly off of my iPad, I carry a Bluetooth pedal, so I don't have to constantly like flip the pages with my fingers. So, that's pretty fun stuff. And it's cool just because you can kind of lay everything out. Another thing that I do is I'm a teacher, and because I've been working from home, I try to leave the house every once in a while. I'll go to a coffee shop, and it's kind of nice to be able to lay everything out and then just grade it. It kind of makes your life feel a little bit nicer, just instead of doing the same thing. Now, let's bring things around to this main quick open. If you don't know, you kind of put your finger here through the pull tab, and there you go. Now, I know as a Floridian, I should be enjoying this cooler weather, but it's been a little too cool for me, so I carry a sweater. And then something else in this bag that might be a little bit hard for you to see is this pocket right here, which is kind of nice because you're able to pull it out. And I have 2 more D-Made pouches. These are his flat pouches. I have one made out of light skin, which carries a Leatherman. And then I have one here that carries eye drops and Band-Aids because I'm clumsy. All right, what can I say? All right, so then at this point, the bag is pretty much empty, except you have this zipper right here. And this is where I carry my iPad. Since it's in a OtterBox case, I don't really worry about it needing to be protected. And then you end up with this bag right here. Now, this fabric is pretty incredible. I don't know if it's because of the backing that's on it, and I'm sure you can see that it's pretty glossy and reflective. It holds its structure really well. Now, I do have some concerns of this bag getting super dirty. It's probably going to happen, and it just is what it is. Now, one thing that I like is that it's not made out of that like air textured nylon like 500D Cordura and above. So it does kind of feel slick besides this like ripstop grid that's going on. And that's, you can feel it. It's really durable and burly. But what can I say? It's been really fun to carry this bag. I don't know if I'm just falling into the hype, but it's nice to just be able to quickly access the iPad if you need it. And I don't know if it's the cylindrical shape, but everything kind of just has a spot, So let me slowly start packing it back out so you can kind of see what it looks like. Now, I don't have a fancy rigging system where I can zoom in and show you different stuff. And I could probably do some fun editing and like zoom in and stuff, but I'm a teacher. I gotta do some lesson planning like right after this. I'm actually taking a plan for like a little break from that right now so I can get this done. All right, don't worry, I'm making my way through. All right, so let me see if I can figure out a way to show you this. You're probably hearing so much bag noise from this, but it's not like Dyneema. It's not super noisy or crunchy. I can promise you that. But if you look right in here, everything kind of just has a spot, and you can jostle this around and it'll be fine. And then right at the top is where you stuff in, your sweater or whatever you're carrying. You take these 2 little bits and there you go. You're good to go. Now the other thing I do is I'll take my face mask, which I use the Orbit Gear one just because I have a big noggin and it does a good job of covering my face. And I will just magnet it right on there. So then at this point, I'm good to go and do whatever I need to do. Anyway, I hope this wasn't too chaotic for you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can just post a comment and I should be able to respond to it quickly. All right, any thoughts that I didn't cover? If I didn't say anything, these zipper garages are super generous, which I like, because if you get it even like moderately close, you're going to be protected. I know there's some concerns about water coming in through here, but let's be real. If you really, really, really cinch this down, I even have a hard time getting that string in there. So you'll get some water in, but it won't be as bad as some other bags, right? And yeah, I have a few other bags that I'm gonna try to make reviews of over this break. I have the Defy Defender, which I know a lot of people wonder about, and yes, I got another one. I had one in leather, sold it, regretted it, bad decisions were made, got another one, but this time in ballistic because it's lighter and it has more of like a badass like look to it. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye now.